Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 53 of Direwolf20's server play series. Just happened to log on the server this morning and see that my buddy RichardG is on. Now I just asked him in chat off camera a moment ago if he was the one who placed the zombie spawner right outside my house in New Digger. And his response was there was nowhere else to put it. I don't know how much I believe that. So I think I'm going to do him a little favor and possibly return this item to him. Yeah, I think that would be nice of me, wouldn't it? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is sneak over to here and get myself a couple new items. What can I get? Well, let's see. I'm going to go with probably some more cactus green. Yeah, just to drive home the point. Yeah, it should be good. Get myself a few more items. There's RichardG hanging out. Let's say hi. Act like nothing's going on. Shh. Nothing's happening here. Don't worry about us. We're just hanging out, playing Minecraft. Now let's see if I can remember all these recipes. What's he doing in my house even? That's what I want to know. Okay, that's what it is. Just need a little bit of this. Ta-da! Arcane stone. And then I should be able to make this. There we go. I just needed zombie brain in the middle. Okay, that shouldn't be too big of a problem. Should have at least one of those laying around. Beautiful. Makes me nervous when he's chilling in my house. That should be plenty. So I've got my soul cage. I've got my level 5 zombie spawner that he left me. I'm going to run over to his house. Let's see if he's home. Maybe that's where he just teleported to. I should make sure he doesn't see me when I set this up. Oh yeah, otherwise I want to start messing around with my nuclear reactor a bit. Maybe I should make sure that thing's turned off because, yeah. I left it on and running, but I should probably turn it off while I'm pranking people. You know, just because. Don't want any explosions. I haven't completely finished setting this thing up yet. So nuclear reactor off, please. Ta-da! How's my EU going? Not bad, not bad. Getting there. Alright, off to RichardG's house for real this time. I'm gonna like sneak around the side way. Hopefully he's not home. Too bad I don't have the stalker mod. He probably doesn't have a GPS on him. Running straight towards RichardG's house. Stealing a few signs. Shh. There he is. Hehehe. Wahaha! Now, clearly, I can resolve the situation whenever I feel the need. Yeah, I don't think TNT is going to work. Oh yeah, still lots of zombies spawning in there. I told you guys I'd prank them back. There is a little bit of a way he could probably get around this if he was really thinking about it. Like, that's the reason I put 2 layers of stone. A redstone signal will disable the mob trap. Let me consider doing that for him now. That should stop the zombies from spawning, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, guess not. Oh, that's why. Will that stop it? Oh, that's too funny. Oh, yes. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh yes, good times on the pranking. Alright guys, now that we're done pranking Richard G, who deserved it, I'm going to go ahead and start getting a little bit started. Maybe just one more lover. I'm going to go ahead and get started messing around with this nuclear reactor and finalizing the build a little bit. Alright guys, now back to my nuclear reactor. Had a little fun with Richard G at his expense. Haha. But that's okay. He'll either forgive me or prank me back. One of those two. How you doing over there, Richard G? Doing nice. It's past my sheep farm. So come on, as the official pranker of the server, how much did you appreciate my prank? I thought it was a pretty good one. Of course it was evil. That was my plan. My plan was to be evil. And just, you know, remind you that you're not the only pranker here. Or I guess more, not the only one capable of it. Perfect timing to get this nuclear reactor power system going. It's nighttime. Hooray! But hopefully with the two, you know, solar panels here hooked up to a bat box, maybe even throw a third one if I need to, I should be okay. Well, this thing's already running twice as fast as it should be for me, so, like, the bug fixes can only help me. I actually had to hook up high voltage cabling. It's the configs. I informed Tog. Okay. Well, something's wonky. Also, did you know redstone wire can't connect to an MFSU, Richard G? LOM can tell you why if you don't know why. No, not blame LO. You made it, like, transparent or something. Yes, that's why. Because it's flagged as a transparent block. Same reason you can't place these things on glass, right? I fixed that, was using the wrong transparent call. Okay, good. So redstone wire, or red alloy wire, that for that matter, can now connect to this guy, which is good. I want to get a red and green lamp, and I think I want a blue lamp, and I want also your nuclear control stuff maybe gone in 144. Why is that? I don't want it gone. I like my nuclear control stuff. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, like, you know, it shouldn't take too long for nuclear control to catch up, right? Like, is the API changed all that much? Blame CPW for wanting to update too fast. Hey man, we're on the cutting edge of the modding server. We have to. Okay, so if it hasn't changed, then what's the matter? Let's put these guys in here for now. That should be good. Oh, okay. Not too bad though, right? Oh, good times. Can't wait. Green Lumar? Red Lumar. And I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, where the red one will be on. Oh wait, let's double check what we want to do this time, because we might want to do things a little differently. Oh, my glass, Lumar, redstone dust, and minium stone. I'm good. So what's he saying? Did you vote on extra bees? My vote is whatever everyone else wants. I usually don't vote on the mods. I really don't care either way. I'll play with whatever mods they put on here. The only time I ever really like pushed for a mod to join here is thermal expansion, because I had spotlighted it and really liked it. So, but yeah, extra bees is cool with me. I don't mind. All right, so when the redstone signal is running through this block, then the reactor is not running, right? Important note. So we want the green one to be the one that's always on, but when it's receiving a signal, not on. So let's get that set up real quick. Just need to craft it. So the red one will be off by default, which is this recipe. Okay. And the green one will be on by default, which is this recipe. And I should be able to do this now. And yes, I'm about to break the redstone wire behind this block, but that shouldn't be a big deal. And I'm debating if I want like a blue block here for cooldown. I'm thinking I do. I also, for no point or reason, made a Sulfur Goo Farm. Well, that sounds like fun. Sulfur Goo Farm, huh? What's Sulfur Goo do? Oh, fun. All right, you ready? Flip this lever here. That turns on the nuclear reactor. Oh, that lever's keeping the light on. Darn it. Because of the inverted lamp. Gonna have to either move this lever. Like, I could just do this. See? Have you tried the new inverted lamps? They're cool. I like Wrath lamps. They're neat looking. Saw them on single player. I bet you did. Alright. So the next thing I think I want to set up is probably a pulse former. I think that's my plan. I'm thinking of... No, not a pulse former. I want diamonds are mined to be wasted. Yeah, I got hardly any diamonds. I have a quarry running, so I'm happy about that. What do I want to get? I want to get a state cell. Yes. I believe I need some of the red doped stuff. But, yeah, I need some of the silicon chips. And for that I need red doped wafer, which might not be in here. Okay. Got a bunch of silicon wafer, but no red doped. I can manage that, though. Also, it's currently Wednesday that I'm recording this video in advance, rather far in advance actually, a lot farther in advance than I usually do it. But the reason for that is a good one. I'm actually not going to be around for the time that this video goes on live, so I wanted to make sure I had a good backlog so that you guys had lots of videos to watch over Thanksgiving week. So hope you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving. Whenever this video came out, maybe hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Probably will be enjoyed. Yeah. But yeah, the reason I'm recording this video so far ahead of time is that I'm going to be out of town. So getting some backlog done. And it's Wednesday, the day that 1.4.4 came out officially. And basically, we're working on updating the server today. So, you know, CPW and the crew have worked on Forge, have worked on all kinds of stuff, and the plan is to have it updated to 1.4.4 today. Now, I don't know that it's quite ready yet, but it's pretty darn close, and I crashed the server, or somebody did. Alright guys, we're back. Server crash is up again. Yeah, server's back. And making myself a state cell to go along with this thing, and I think I want a blue lamp, just determining if I want it inverted or not. I haven't quite decided how I want the blue lamp to work. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But let me tell you what I'm thinking here, right? Basically, I want the state cell to tick on so that if the nuclear reactor ever gets hot enough, for whatever reason, it'll activate the blue state cell, the blue lamp and the state cell. The state cell will activate the blue lamp, and it'll keep the reactor turned off for a certain period of time. So you can see everything's running right now. It's got it manually disabled because of the manual switch being off, right? So off at the moment. And I'm going to add a little extra wire right here. I haven't figured out exactly how I want to do this yet. I'm thinking maybe get this off this block. And I know, I'm breaking my design at the moment. Don't worry. I'll fix it in a moment. That should put it back to off. Okay. So Reactor is now off, no longer running. See how the components are cooling? Oh, have you checked the compact solar's turtle? Oh my goodness, you have a compact solar turtle? That's crazy. NEI it. I don't know if NEI shows that one because it doesn't show all the turtles. Yeah, it doesn't show that one. Yeah, creative only. I'll check it in a minute. Don't worry, buddy. So, yeah, what I want to do then is have this guy set up. I just need to screwdriver this around, which I didn't bring my screwdriver with me because I'm a noob. I need a new screwdriver too. Did I like break it last time I had one? Yeah, I'm pretty close to needing a new screwdriver. Like, wow, really close. I might have like one use out of it. I'm not sure why I did that, but oh well. I wonder if this block can instantly apply to this thing. We're gonna have to test this because you know me, I like to test everything. But let's put this guy down. There we go. So that should then start emitting a redstone signal out the front, and that's perfect because I want to be able to then do this. Basically, that should be fine. Okay, so what I want to see happen here, and Richard G, you might want to stand back. It's because I'm about to do something very dangerous. Yep, dangerous time. You can get poisoned now and hunger for a very long time. Yeah, I'm aware. Milk fixes it, FYI. So this thing should be having enough power to constantly check to make sure, you know, the temperature thing. So that's good. My bat box should even be charging. Why don't I check my bat box is charging real quick before I turn this thing on. Solar panels are good. Bat box is gaining energy over time, which is good. Yeah, we're rocking and rolling now. I'm about to test my nuclear reactor by pulling out all the heating vents and maybe even pulling out a couple quad uranium cells. So it only heats up a little bit. So what we should see happen in theory is, and I'm going to set the delay here to 5 seconds, 6 seconds, why not? When I turn off the lever, it'll kill the redstone signal, which the NOT gate is currently used to keep this thing turned off. So the redstone signal will turn on, allowing the reactor to run. Once the reactor breaks past 2000 heat, it'll emit a redstone signal from this block, activating the state cell, which will go ahead and send and keep the front part of the state cell on during that thing. Can produce 750 EU per item. Europe's. I cracked up. What? Cool. Nice. Awesome. All right, so here goes nothing. Testing, nuclear reactor turning on. Good. Now we should be building up heat as a result of the fact that, see look, there's the heat buildup over there. Come on, 2000, go. All right, now the timer should be running. He's emitting a redstone signal. And he turned himself off. Nice. And look at that. The heat level is not building up. Now when it starts to cool, what should happen is the timer should start pulsing down as soon as, and give it like a 6-second count after it's cooled past the 2000 mark. Also, I'm lagging like crazy. I'm going to bump that up beyond 6 seconds, but this is just a demonstration. Boom. It should start to cool, and look, the timer's running now because it's cooled past. And then, boom, it should turn back on and allow the reactor to run again, which it is running at the moment, and we're going to turn it off because it's not properly configured in that, setup. But yeah, that works exactly the way I wanted it to. So the state cell, again, keeping the reactor on, or, not on, keeping it off, for 6 seconds after it cools off. So basically, let's imagine the heat vents are all pretty damaged over here. We want to let them cool off for a while. So we're going to let them cool down, start emitting some heat, but they'll still be pretty well damaged. So I want like a good long cooling cycle, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes to completely cool themselves off. So that's what I'm going to set up now. Let's do 180 seconds. That should be a good set of time. Cool. So 3 minutes after the heat, and it starts to cool a little bit. I think that's a pretty solid plan. Yeah, not too bad. So, test successful. This thing can emit a redstone signal onto that guy. I could probably put a strip right there. If I have one, I'll put one there. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not hurting having a strip there or not. But it might just look a little nicer. Where's my red power 2 stuff? Any strips? I can make some. I do believe I have a saw. Either in this chest. Saw, anybody? That'll work. Sapphire should work on stone. There we go. Shouldn't matter. I'm hearing dings. RichardG cannot get on the server at the moment. He got booted off by his internet connection. So there we go. This thing is running and good. I think that's a pretty cool reactor setup. I think that's a really cool reactor setup. So if this ever gets too hot, boom, activate that. Now the only other thing I might want to do, good question. How do I want to set this up? Yeah, give me a minute to think this one through. I'll be back. Alright guys, I was making a minor change to this setup and decided it's time to rotate, and then I broke my screwdriver. So, let's get ourselves a new one. But of course, I'm not getting just a regular old screwdriver. Nope, time to go with a sonic screwdriver. Just cause. Sonic screwdrivers are awesome, that's why. Do I need a justification for making a sonic screwdriver? I really shouldn't at this stage in the game. So, let's go get a battery to charge it up. Just made a sonic screwdriver, by the way, RichardG, since you're not on the server to see. So I should be able to hold right click on this, and it'll charge it up. Nice! Way to go, sonic screwdriver. Ready to roll. Alright, now I can really get working on this whole nifty thing. So let's see, I want to rotate this guy like that. I'm pretty sure LRM's aware of that bug. I should now be able to do this. Now this is an important change, believe it or not, because I want to have a repeater right here, so that way it doesn't send the redstone signal back, and I can use this redstone signal to know when I'm on a cooling cycle. So, let me go get that set up with a blue light, and set the blue light up somewhere. And I'm going to be emitting a redstone signal equals blue light turn on, so I want it to be a normal blue lamp. So why don't I go get all that stuff ready, and I'll be back in a moment. And we're back. Got myself some blue Lomar. Gonna make it a normal lamp, not inverted. Nice. Blue lamp equals cooling cycle. Where do I want that indicator to go is a really, really good question that I have to think about right now. Basically, I want the redstone signal. Oh yeah, you know what I need to do also is make a repeater. I don't think I made one of those. Do I have a repeater recipe on here? Sequencer, turtle, timer, computer. Nope, no repeater. Alright, let's get a repeater going. And yes, I'm using the red power repeater, because that's what I like to use. Because they're cool. Alright, that, and then these guys. Ow, darn. There we go. Repeater. Nice. Now the reason for the repeater, of course, I could have also used the other one, the one that doesn't have a slight delay. Maybe I should even do that. Nah, it's only a 1 tick delay. It can't possibly be a problem, right? So this way, the redstone signal won't come back along this way, and I can use this red alloy wire and signal to actually, like, emit the blue line, right? Because what would happen otherwise is the redstone signal would always be on. So let's, like, test this real quick. Basically, what I want to do... I should have a lever in this chest, if not, at least wood. Cool. So this should, so let's say this is off. It's running. I want to pulse this real quick. Cool. Good enough for me. Turn it off. And we're good. Cool. Now I can run this blue wire somewhere and do something with it. I just have to figure out what and where I want this blue indication to be. So give me a few. I'll be right back. Alright guys, this looks like a good indicator right here. That's where I'm going to place my blue guy. Why are you on already? You shouldn't be on that quick. You are going to be a nuisance, aren't you? If I put this here, is that going to help it? No, of course not. Don't like anything about it yet. Alright, trying this again. Same spot, I think, right, as before? But this time I moved some of the wire around that's back there, and now we should be able to do this. Block that. That should be good. So now when we enter the cooling cycle, this thing should pulse that side, right? Let me just make sure this is set up right. I'm going to test this real quick and be right back. Yeah, I think we're good here. I tested it with a state cell, which I actually cheated in, so I should get rid of. There we go. Real quick way to test. So let's give this guy a full-blown test. Let's say, for the sake of argument, all the heat vents burn out or something. If heat vents are like, you know, reach the max heat, do they get destroyed, RichardG, or do they just stop emitting heat? The energy is wasted. I'm sorry, yeah, heat vents. If they get, like, if they reach max heat, the heat vents, do they get destroyed? Because that would suck. Overclocked heat vents, for example. We're about to test this, guys. So what we should have now is a system set up so that I don't have much knowledge over the new reactor system. Well, we'll find out eventually. So what should happen is I flip the lever, the light turns from red to green. The blue light, however, will stay off. When the reactor hits max heat, this thing should emit a redstone signal, turning on the state cell. While this is continuing to emit a redstone signal, this state cell will stay on for, I'm going to set it to 10 seconds for now. It'll keep it on until the reactor cools down, then the timer starts. The whole time, the blue light will be on, indicating that this thing has overheated for whatever reason. It'll continue to cool and cool and cool. After 10 seconds, it should allow the reactor to turn back on. And we're going to see right now what happens. Ready? Go. Reactor's on. Things are getting hot. 2000. Oh, there we go. We did hit it. We hit it. Cool. So this thing hit the 2000 mark. Even with this kill switch not on, the reactor should not be running. Cool. I didn't have my thermometer on me, so I wasn't able to really test if this was working or not. That's why I flipped the lever a little bit early, because I was getting nervous. But there we go. 2240 is what the point we hit. Now, as long as that's hot, the state cell will not tick. See, it's not moving because the redstone signal is steady out of this block. It's keeping the whole system shut down. It's not the lever, and it's not the MFSU that's keeping it off, but just that overheatedness. Now, as soon as I throw a few heat vents in here, I can just throw one like right here, for example. It's going to start cooling down slowly, and once it does cool down, the timer is going to start running. You can see it just started there. Okay? It's cooling down, it's cooling down. After 10 seconds, the timer lets the reactor turn itself back on. There it goes. Now it's going to start heating up again, and the redstone signal is going to turn on. Ta-da! And the timer's on again. So this is going to alternate back and forth because of this heat vent. But yeah, we're going to turn this off now because we don't want this thing to run anymore. We're manually shutting it off. So now the state cell is no longer keeping the system on, but the lever is. So everybody back in the pool. There we go. Everything should balance itself a bit. Yeah, see how everything's cooling off? Nice. And we've got a nice new reactor system ready. Beautiful. Now the cool thing about this is that this should be extensible to the other 2 reactors if I ever do decide to place more than just 1 reactor in here. Like right now, 1's probably enough for me, but if I ever decide, you know what, I want to build 2 more nuclear reactors, you know, which would be a pretty fun build, I should be able to extend this. I'm pretty sure I can have more than 1 sensor card in here so that like I can monitor all 3 reactors at the same time from the one of these. I remember there was like another type of sensor card I could get where I could combine them, but we're gonna have to keep an eye on that and figure that out. I'm not sure, but you know, worst case I could always just, you know, throw a few more of these together in a line and have them all, you know, run a cable down to this thing. We'll figure it out. I'm not worried. So yeah, I'm happy. I like this build. I think it's working out pretty well. I'm actually gonna turn it on. Generating power. Middle reactor. You should have updated to say that you're on, by the way, because you're running, right? Yep, there's heat building up in there. Maybe I have to turn on and off this lever just because the server has bounced. No? Where is that power going to, by the way? Those MFSUs that are sitting inside the room. My monitor here isn't working. Middle reactor monitor. It's not even updating properly. It's a little weird. Maybe because the server crashed? Where are the MFSUs planned to be going to? You or the workshop? They are going to be set up with a ender chest system where people can place empty Lapatrons in a chest and it'll put in full ones. So I might have to break these blocks. Nice. Yeah, I thought so. Let's try this. There we go. Reactor's on. Temperature, output 64. Flipping this lever should turn it off manually. There we go. Off, outputting 0. Nice. Okay, YouTube, we'll be back in a few. Oh my, and look at that. We're way past the wrapping up point for episode 53. Yep, we're at, wow, way after the 30-minute mark. So, Direwolf20 getting ready to wrap up here. Just to recap, red means the reactor is off, green means that it's on, and blue means that it's in the middle of its cooling cycle. This lever here to open and close the door. I might move that at some point, just somewhere a little bit better than right there. And then this lever is the manual on and off switch. So you can see right now it's off, but when I flip the lever, it is on. And you can see everything running. It's going to tell me the heat monitor. Everything's working the way I want it to. I think this is a pretty successful build. So come back next time where I try to build a Lapatron recharging system in these MFSUs here. It's also like, you know, pretty much free energy for anyone on the server that wants to use it. So that should be pretty cool. If they want to come in here and recharge their, you know, Lapatrons or backpacks or whatever they need to recharge, that's for them. So Direwolf20 signing off, episode 53. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, take it easy.